And good Wednesday morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. A fair sky in 45 as you're starting out today. Now grab a jacket. Today a little bit different. 69 is all we'll get. I guess we have to go over what happened yesterday. Weren't we blessed? No bad weather in our area. That's a miracle in itself as it came through. Now Philadelphia got wet, but we had no thunderstorms or warnings like that issued. That was a miracle. No one was hurt. Thank goodness that went on out of the way and didn't hurt anyone. First time we've had a threat of severe weather in quite some time, but glad that went on. A few things to remember as we start today. They rescheduled because of that threat of that bad weather yesterday, the candy crawl that was going to take place in Meridian today. They rescheduled it for this afternoon as we pull this up so you can get a bigger picture. This will be this afternoon, 4:30 until 6 o'clock. Downtown candy crawl, bring the kids out. And, of course, they can get some candy. So that'll be happening this afternoon. Again, 4:30 to 6:30, Downtown Meridian. Hope you can make it out with that. And also, our friends at the Mississippi Highway Patrol, I posted this. Don't forget to take the kids because it's a little on the outskirts of town. Could forget. This is going to be on Halloween night as we look at this. Trunk or treat at the Mississippi Highway Patrol office, 6 until 7:30. Bring the kids by. Let them meet a trooper and see what it's all about. As we're out at the Mississippi Highway Patrol. Hope you'll enjoy yourself there. As we said, today, Hump Day, Wednesday, believe it or not. Later today, I'll be in Philadelphia as we get ready for the new business, the ribbon cutting happening there. Doc's Toyota. Yeah, that's happening there on Highway 16 this afternoon. I'll go up. Can't wait to see that. I haven't seen the building yet. A lot of great things going on in Philadelphia. Hope to see you there. If you're out and about, make sure to come by and speak. Drop in. I think that's around 1:30. Is when all that will be taking place today. But we'll be up there. Hope you can swing by. Now, each day we start this with a message, a great message from Collinsville Baptist. Brother Ben's here to talk about haters. Well, y'all know what I mean. Let's let the preacher tell us a little more.
Haters gonna hate. Amen. I mean, in this fallen world, there's always going to be somebody hating on us. It may be because of the color of our skin or where we're from or the things we've been blessed with or the talents we've developed. Look, we can't control the haters, but we can control whether or not we hate back. It's actually natural as sinners to hate those who hate us, but Jesus has a different calling on our life. He said in Matthew 5:44, "But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." You see, that's what Jesus actually did. Even on the cross, as his enemies were hating on him to death, he loved them and begged the Father to forgive them. Beloved, there's no reward in hating those who hate you. Anybody can do that. But if you'll love your enemies, your reward will be great and this community will be different. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. I think everybody would agree that one takes a little bit extra praying, doesn't it? Great message there from Brother Ben. Hope you can visit with them sometime. Great church, great people there. Don't forget, we just got word that the Christmas parade is coming to Collinsville. This is going to be Saturday, December the 10th. Mark your calendars. We'll tell you about it between now and then. But a big thing always starts there around the Piggly Wiggly and circles through the area there in Collinsville. So hope you can make it out for that. And rumor has it, I don't have it on paper in front of me, that Meridians will be December the 3rd. Now, don't hold me to it. Again, I haven't gotten it on paper from anyone yet, but that's what it looks like. Nor have I gotten Philadelphia's and all the other towns. So if you've got a parade coming up in your community, let us know so we can start talking about all this and plan ahead, because it's October 26th, November. Christmas lights are getting ready to go up. We are really, really, really close there. So I hope you can make that. Let's see here. I just got a message from Mama Chick as she was passing through Meridian, said lights were on the interstate. Now, I did get a message just a moment ago of traffic being backed up on I-20 eastbound right across the state line there at mile marker 1 headed toward Tuscaloosa. If you're headed that way, no word yet on what has caused this, but a bit of a traffic jam backing up on I-20 eastbound. If you're headed in that direction, keep that in mind. You may want to leave a little bit early. We'll see what we can find out about that here in the next little bit. Let me make sure I haven't gotten an update from anyone on this. No word yet. They're going to let me know as they get the traffic kind of moves on. If you happen to know about it, let us know so we can pass that on to everyone. Maybe you can miss that. As yesterday progressed on, now again, there were no injuries with this, but we bring it up because, well, you need to know. Gunshots did take place in Meridian on Old Marion Road, there at Old Marion Apartments. No damage nor injury to my knowledge at this time. Not always the case, but we made it out of that one okay there. We did have a single vehicle accident. If you were to take if you're coming down Highway 39 and turn right beside Harry Mayer's, go back to that four-way stop sign, that's where this was. 34th Street and Grand Avenue, a car turned over. Did y'all see this? We posted it yesterday afternoon on its side. This was a pickup truck, a single vehicle. No one was hurt, but boy, it backed up traffic for about an hour there until they could get this car flipped over and taken out of the way. Don't know yet what caused the accident. It was wet. We had a few accidents. Nothing major yesterday, thank heavens. Also had a report of a wreck right at dark 30 there on King Road, right off of Highway 39. Took them about an hour to get all of that cleaned up yesterday also. Again, no one seriously hurt, but an accident nonetheless there. Be careful out there when it rains. We'll have another chance coming up this weekend, Saturday. We'll talk about the forecast here in just a little while of what our next chance of rain. Clarke County, anybody from there? Well, it doesn't matter whether you're from there or not. I want your attention on this. We got word from the Sheriff's Department there yesterday afternoon. Let me pull this up. A reward is being offered. Now, we talked about this just a few days ago of a burglary that happened on County Road 631 to a home. Here's the information. A reward is being offered now as we look at this. $10,000 reward is what is out for information leading to the arrest and all that good stuff here. This is a Honda Pioneer. That's a UTV. And then it's a trailer included with it. And about 20 guns were stolen from this home. They're looking for this. The number to call is 776-5252 or Crime Stoppers. Any way that you can reach them, they would certainly appreciate that. Hopefully these criminals will be brought to justice as we put the picture of the truck, which is believed to be a Chevrolet, a cat-eyed Chevrolet pickup truck. Two-wheel drive is what it looked as though pulling that trailer down the road, caught by security cameras from other homes. So let's hope they're brought to justice, because this could just as easily be your home. Chunkyville, Jimmy Slay says traffic is flowing easily in Chunky. That's good to know there. John Hill, how are you this morning? Jerome Lee is up. Hope everything's good in your world. Chet Parker, good to see you there. And Mary Lynn, how are you feeling today? Nelson, I haven't talked to you in forever. Nelson Granados, glad to see you, my friend. Sugar, how are you? No, that's Sager. I thought I need glasses on, don't I? I read that wrong. Ooh. As we turn to Shad White, one of the hardest working folks we've ever had in the state auditor's office, he lets us know as we go to their page, they've made 2 more arrests. Have you read up on this one there? This goes to Monroe County is where we head to this. Former library and also a high school secretary have been arrested. Ooh, Marshall County, I said that wrong. Let me correct that. One is wanted for about $40,000. They sent a ban letter for $53,000, and then McDonald was served a letter for $8,100 is what they're after. Both skimming from the top. Not good. Grand jury thought they should repay that. They both face jail time with this. You make Shad White's list, you most likely will be facing jail time. We'll find out all about that and find what sentencing they get before long. Still no official word. There's time. But still rumors of Shad possibly running for governor. I think a lot of people would like that. Some of the headlines across America there. He does keep them straight when it comes to the dollars and cents. He did tackle the largest scamming in the state of Mississippi. Justice has not even begun to be served there yet, has it? 2, they got 5 down and lots more to go. Jackson, Mississippi, there's no other way to word this. It's just a rough place to live this day. Whether it's leadership tying the police's hand where they can't do their job, and then folks that just don't care anymore. As we go to there for a headline, did you realize this over the weekend? 4 people killed. Jackson, Mississippi. That murder rate is over 100 now of how many people have been killed. Meridian sits at 11 people for the year so far. Jackson, just a tad over 100. I need to check those numbers. before long. That's a lot of people that have died by homicide. Jackson, Mississippi there. This is concerning Flowood. I know my wife loves going to Flowood when she's in that area there, but the Flowood Police Department put out this statement. Our friends at Dark Horse Press has been carrying a lot of this coverage as we look at this. And let me show you their page here. This is a scam that's going on, and if there's a scam in one part of the state, it'll happen in others, and this could quickly come to the Meridian area. As we read this, what is going on with this? People are calling businesses employees and saying that they are the police and that there's a warrant for their arrest and they need to step outside of the business for a moment. Then they're approached by someone, and what they're doing is scamming, trying to get money, pretending to be something they're not. This is not the first time that this has happened in the Flowood area. This latest happened at I think a Baskin Robbins is where that happened, in Flowood. So if you have a teenager that works in businesses or you work at one, just be aware there's bad guys out there. Police don't normally work that way at all. They don't call, they show up. Blue lights, flashy things, and badges. Oh, but be careful. And we're going to see more scams between now and the end of December because people are vulnerable. They try to take advantage of people's affection, wanting to help others during this good time of year. Just keep in mind as we look at this. We have a child in critical condition in the state of Mississippi. Are y'all aware of this one? A daycare center had a swimming pool. A 1-year-old has fell in. It was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Now the daycare has been shut down until this is further investigated. We certainly hope this child pulls through. We don't know the circumstances, how it fell in or any of that at this point, but a very serious matter there. Breaks my heart. We have a Pike County man in Mississippi accused, and always accused until you stand before that judge, but he is accused of inappropriately touching a child. If this is true, we do hope justice is served, and is served harsh. He has a chance to prove he's innocent. We'll see with that. Missing man up in Noxubee County. They're looking for 22-year-old Tadrian Shaw. If you've seen him since Sunday evening, let the Macon Police Department or the Sheriff's Department know. Family looking for him. We'll try to keep you up to date on this as what becomes of that. Erica, how are you doing? Downtown Newton, Mississippi. Hope everything is good over there. Actually, you didn't say downtown. You just said Newton. You may be in the county. Hope all is well there. We are monitoring everything going on in Newton because there's been a lot of reports of, we reported, what was that, not long ago, on the gunshots, the shooting that happened there in the line at McDonald's. That's not the only one that has gone on over there. It's been a rash breakout of, let's go shoot at people, roll the window down and shoot at people. If y'all happen to see this, know about it, let us know so we can contact authorities to give you a timely matter when we find out these things. If you hear it, let us know so we can report that to you so we'll all know more about it. A lot going over in Newton. Watch those. Always, as I've said, be careful on this. Now, most of these things, when it comes to drive-by shootings, are targets, 90% of the time. I don't think we've had one that was just a random shooting, even in Meridian. But always at night, if you pull up, don't pull right beside somebody. Especially got tinted windows. Keep a car length in between you. Easily a window. You know, that happened at here in Meridian not long ago. Front Street, headed up toward the hospitals there at that red light. 2 cars there, windows rolled down and guns came out. Do y'all remember that? Broad daylight, 1 o'clock. It can happen anywhere. Watch your surroundings no matter where you are, whether it's Newton, whether it's Meridian. We live in a different world. Criminals are definitely trying to gain control of our society. And we hope this never happens. That's what we hope, we pray. Erica says it's getting kind of dangerous over there. She said she does live in the good old county there. College game day, going to be there Sunday. Let's see here. We had someone pass away in a head-on collision. Hate to see it. Monroe County, Mississippi, head-on collision. 40-year-old man didn't have his seatbelt on when the 2 cars collided. The drivers of the car and the other one were in critical condition, but the passenger died on the scene. Always wear those seatbelts when you can. That's northeast Mississippi, due north of here, north of Macon, up by Columbus is where that happened. As we look around, you have to read the story. This is Memphis, Tennessee. There's always someone, and if you have a parent, you've got somebody hired that stays in the home, takes care of them. Make sure you know who it is. An 83-year-old lady came up missing. Now, he's not accused of murder at all. He just wanted to continue getting her money. The gentleman was taking care of this. Again, this is Memphis. She went missing. They went to searching. They found her body in her backyard, 2 feet underground in her garden, her flower garden. He was spending her money. She passed away of natural causes, but he wanted that check to keep coming to where he could keep spending her money. Buried her. Huge investigation going on there. Greg Tanner has been charged with theft of property of $60,000 to $250,000. That keeps going there. Also, he's going to be charged with identity theft and abuse of a corpse. People, the love of money, isn't it sad? Most every crime almost goes back to that in some shape, form, or way. They steal because they want something that is not theirs. Occasionally, you have a different type crime. Money is a big motive in all of these crimes. As we've been noticing it, the lack of rain throughout the state of Mississippi, all in our area here in the Deep South. You noticed how the Mississippi River has gone down. We've seen that barges can't travel this. Well, interesting fact, and I always enjoyed this type of stuff. Maybe you enjoy doing it. Relic hunting. It's turned to be a big thing with metal detectors. People around Memphis are finding tons and tons of Civil War era things, bullets, musket balls. Even a belt buckle was found in the last couple of days up against the shore there from one of the battles. Interesting, isn't it? All that's there. Folks are out in droves searching right now. Water will go back up, but it's not often that it goes this low there on the Mississippi River. They found shipwrecks and all types of different things. The ruins of Windsor. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Windsor. What a beautiful home it was. Port Gibson is where it was, the largest home in the state of Mississippi that ever existed. Made it through the Civil War and would accidentally burn down from a guest's cigar. You can still go see the ruins. As we've watched this over the last few years, the columns start to crumble. They're going to start a restoration program there to save them, to where it'll be there for another 150, 160 years for future generations to see. That's good. That was a beautiful home at one time, and they did find not long ago, if you're into all of that, one of the folks that was there, a Yankee that was passing through, made a drawing. We had never known what the home looked like, and was found in some family belongings up north. I think it was Ohio. They gave the picture. Now everyone knows what it actually looked like. It's no longer a guess. Pretty neat there. Mississippi Highway Patrol was busy right there at that, coming from Louisiana. A couple people came in, went on over down, where were they at? They were speeding due south of us, Brookhaven area. Corvette, 156 miles an hour. That's moving, isn't it? Threw out some spikes that come to a stop. You can't keep going after that. Oh, yeah, no driver's license. Had several warrants out on them. They're going to get to spend a little time in jail before they get to go back to Louisiana. Whew. Did y'all realize that the jackpot has grown? We talked about it being $500 million the other day. Now the jackpot is up to $700 million. If you're a lottery ticket player, that's big money, isn't it? Woo. Kathy, how are you? Good morning. Glad to see you there. Also, Connie Johns is up. Jan, how are you? Let's see what else we got going this morning as we look around. I did have a beautiful picture sent in. Wyoming, Yellowstone National Park. Has anybody ever been there? As you're out on vacation or wherever you go, you see something beautiful, let us know. This was Yellowstone Park that was sent in yesterday. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I thought so. Don't get to see all that. That's there at Gibbon Falls. Thought it was beautiful there. I didn't watch this last night, but I hear it was just downright, well, awful. Dr. Oz, that big debate that took place. Even CNN is agreeing that his challenger, it was awful, that he just didn't have an answer for anything. You know, he's after, they're up for Pennsylvania Congressman. Charlie Dent had a stroke a few months back. He's told everybody he's okay. Last night was a debate between him and Dr. Oz. I'm hearing it was awful. I didn't help him by any means. Oz asked for his medical record to be released to everybody. I don't think he's going to do that. We are how many? Not long, less than 3 weeks now to the November 8th election. Make sure to vote no matter what side of the fence you're on, whether you're Democrat, Republican, or you're independent. Make sure to vote. Very much counts. If you'll reach down in that front pocket in your purse, maybe whichever way you carry your money, how much is in it? That's usually how Americans vote. What's in that? Is it cushioned? You usually go with who's there. If there's less in there, it's usually a vote of whoever's running things at that time. We won't even get into the candy prices. We'll talk about that a little bit later on this morning as Candace comes in to talk about some of the rising prices that are gripping across America. And everything, there's one thing that controls it. That is fuel. When that fuel goes up, everything shoots through the roof. We know that. Everything is either covered by an 18-wheeler, train, transportation in some kind of way, and it affects delivery and prices. We got your forecast next. We'll find out all about that, let you know what to expect the next few days. That's on the way as we begin your, it's a beautiful morning. It truly is. All right here. The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're building, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Let's check our record highs and our record lows this morning. It was 2010. We had a hot day. It was 89. Back in 55, anybody remember that? A cool 28 degrees when you woke up that morning. Now, it's not so warm right now, 45 outside as you're beginning your day. Nippy. Let's look at what that forecast is today. Not quite so warm today as we look at the overview of the state. 69 in Meridian. We'll see 68 in Philadelphia. A little cooler as you go up 15 Highway 45 toward northern Mississippi. As you get into Columbus, Stark, Vegas, expected to be 66, 67, somewhere in that neighborhood. To the south of us, Hattiesburg will break the 70-degree mark, make it to 72. Over to Natchez, should see 71. Now, as we go across to Burmaland, 65 in Birmingham today. Cooler, isn't it? Selma, see 68. Demopolis, 67. And we'll see about 68 right along there in Livingston today. Not all that far off from us. As we look down, this is what we've got when it comes to wildfire conditions. It's a possibility there on the west side of the state. So be careful on that side. Don't burn. We don't need it here either. As things are just a mess there, we could have a problem. Watch those burn bands. This is what we've got going on as we look at this. A cool front out to the west hadn't quite made it. As we look to the temperatures today, 68 is what my radar system says. Not much between that and 69 from the National Weather Service. Down to 44 tonight. As we hit Thursday, 70. We'll hit 75 to end the week. And then look here, we've got that chance of rain on Saturday with a 60% chance. It's increased a little bit from yesterday. High is only going to be about 69 as we'll move into Sunday with a high of 68. Not bad. Rain's out on Sunday as we go back to work on Monday with a high of about 70. So we've definitely got some cooler weather that is in the forecast. Almost feels like fall to a degree. Let's look at this. We've got one day popping up that makes it to the 80-degree mark in the next 2 weeks, and that's going to be November the 4th. As we get to Election Day, look at that, a partly cloudy sky, 72 as you'll cast your vote right there. That's what we're looking at. Not all that far off. Less than 2 weeks, isn't it? I said 3 a minute ago. I made a mistake on that. Get my days right, don't I need to? November the 9th, it looks like it'll be about 74 that day also. As we look to the tropics, there's a lot of little bitty things out there going on. Nothing to be concerned of yet as we watch it. We've got this one is 0% chance, a possibility 30% here, and a 30% on this developing into something. We've got all the details there on the website and also on Facebook that you can read if you want to know more about that. If it becomes a threat, we'll tell you a whole lot more about it. Fishing. Let's check in with Chet and see what he offers today. Well, let's see. 9 o'clock today will be good. 9 to 10, just about an hour's worth if you want to get out and fish today. Light northwest wind becoming north 5 to 10. Beats all the gusty stuff we had yesterday, doesn't it? Let's pull up a radar and take a look this morning. We hadn't done that to see what it looks like across the area and across the nation. Go back over here so we can see this real quick. Let's pull up Meridian Honda radar as we take a look. We do have some fog down just due north of Beaumont. Fort Smith, Arkansas has some hot springs up through the Carolinas, but absolutely nothing going on in Mississippi and Alabama. Good deal on that one. Valdosta, Georgia, Douglas getting a little wet this morning. And look at the fog up here as we get into just north of Charleston right there. Woo, boy, North Carolina. Got a little bit going on today. Overall, not any bad weather at all. We got some snow out here just west of Denver around Grand Junction. Quick overview of what's going on in those areas there. Now, I also want to mention a few other things that are happening. We got a fall festival that's going to be happening the 29th. Oh, wait a minute. We got something today. This is going on tonight that I wanted to bring up. Right there. The fall festival out at Collinsville First Baptist Church happens tonight between 5 and 7:30. Hope you can make it out for that. Fun, food, fellowship, they'll all be there. A few other things, it's right around the corner. MPD having their trunk or treat tomorrow night, 5:30 to 7:30. Hope you can make it by and see the police department with that one. We also got in the Candy Crawl tomorrow night, MCC, Candy Cruise rather. Check that out. That'll be happening tomorrow at MCC. A lot of great ways to get some candy there. And then Saturday is going to be even more. Antioch Southern United Methodist Church is going to have their trunk or treat. And if we hadn't gotten yours yet, let us know so we can pass that information along to everyone as well. James, how are you this morning? Good morning from APEC. Good to see you there. Chad Culpepper up out in Collinsville. 15 days, as LaWanda added it up for me. Thank you. That's not far off. Whew. Y'all make sure to get in there and vote. Again, we're sitting at about 3 minutes now to the top of the hour. We'll be back in 1 hour from now to go live right here, YouTube, Facebook, and we'll also be on television. If you hadn't watched us on that, Fox 30, Channel 30 there on the television set. I think it's Comcast Channel 10. Either way you can watch us, 8 a.m. is when we'll hit the airwaves. Come back and join us. Won't you follow us? Easy to do there. Like, subscribe, and follow there at YouTube so you can be up to date with the very latest. Thank y'all so much. I'll see you soon. We'll gather some more information in between now and then. Make sure that, well, you're aware of everything we've got going on in the community. Thanks so much.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: